Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey with Teaching Online with Kelsey. So this is part 2 of a Canva tutorial series that I'm going over on my channel. So if this is your first time seeing me, please make sure it is not the last time by hitting that red subscription button and the button down below so that you're notified of new videos on my channel every week and the future videos for this Canva tutorial series, and to also give this video a thumbs up because it does support me and this channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. You must be excited for part 2 of my Canva tutorial series. And this is where, so in the last video for Canva, I had talked about how to create your lesson slides for online teachers. So this goes for ALLSCHOOL and ALLSCHOOL. So now that you know what kind of class that you want to teach on the platform, like what lesson you want to use for like your demo lesson, or maybe you've already been accepted and this is just your lesson that you're actually going to teach live with your students. Now the next step is going to be creating that really nice and attractive thumbnail that really gets your parents interested in what type of class that you have to offer. And I'm also going to be showing you what kind of format to use that's usually recommended on especially the ALLSCHOOL platform. I noticed a lot of you that have joined ALLSCHOOL because of me, a lot of you come to me with questions saying, hey, what format should I use to download my thumbnail on the ALLSCHOOL website? So this is where I'm going to be showing you how to do that now on Canva. So here's part 2. Now, I am at the home page of Canva. So we always start out there on the home page. And so we are going to just search. And ideally, my recommendation for thumbnail art for your classes is to use a YouTube thumbnail. So YouTube thumbnail, it's what I've used for ALLSCHOOL and ALLSCHOOL, and I have not had any issues with like downloading on each of the platforms. There's not any weird borders or anything like that. So you're going to click on YouTube thumbnail, and usually like it'll have recommendations for different thumbnails, and that's for like YouTube channels if you want to start a YouTube channel. However, you could use some of these as like good starting points, especially if you like the graphics and the figures. However, for this, we want to try to be original as possible. So we're going to start out with a blank template. So I'm using a new screen recording format. It's called Screencastify. And if you are wanting to join the ALLSCHOOL platform or even the ALLSCHOOL platform, and you're wondering how to show off like your slides, like your demo slides for your lesson, Screencastify is going to be your best friend in this instance. And all you do is just type in Screencastify and you download through Google. It's an extension of Google. So you add that extension to Chrome, and that's how you get, with your basic webcam or your microphone and do basically what I'm doing now. Okay, anywho, we are then going to start by creating our thumbnail here. Now, I have shared a little bit about how to add like different backgrounds and elements. So obviously for this particular instance, we are going to be doing something along the lines of, not adding too many elements unless they're like still elements. But the lesson slides that I used in the previous video was about the solar system. So we're going to kind of stick with the solar system motif. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down where it has background right here. And we're actually going to search solar system. We're just going to type in solar system. So I see one thing. So that may have been a little too broad. That's okay. So we're just going to add space. So we have a little more options here. So let's do, let's just pick one. We'll do this one. So I clicked on this one here, and it's already filled in on the square for the background. So it's really nice. It's really pretty. And you really want to try to make your thumbnail stick out and make it really, really interesting. So what you can do, you can add your face so that way teachers can see, oh, hey, this is that teacher's face here. So what you can do is I'm going to scroll down. So as you can see, I've done lots of different pictures. I'm actually going to scroll up. So let's say I want to use this photo of me here, and we want it to blend in to the background. So we have edit image, and this is where you click on the BG remover. That's background remover. And so this is where it's going to be removing all of my wall, my little online classroom, and it should blend in to where, ta-da, it's me. This looks so much better than it did in the other video, so I'm really happy about that. So you can also see, you can size it where all you see is those quarters here. And you really want to make sure that it does look nice and that it doesn't look chopped off. So if I did that, like, see, if I click on it, it looks like I chopped off. And you can see that's pretty obvious that it was chopped off. So you really want to try to make sure if you're going to do like pictures of yourself that we want to try to fill in, try to keep all of your frame in. So that way it looks nice, cut and clean, like you see here. So, and then since there's a cut on the bottom, we're going to scroll to the bottom, and then you can size it. So that way, it's not just me. I'm the center of the solar system. No, just kidding. So we're going to make me a little smaller. So the little dots on the corner can make it bigger, smaller. So that's fine. We'll keep it that size. Oh, I paused where like Eddie's here. That was when I did the Chrissy Wake Up tutorial for Chrome Music Lab. So the pictures I download on here are wild, y'all. Okay, that is just my YouTube life. Okay, anyways, we're going to move on. So since I'm creating the class about the solar system, we're going to add some elements to it. So we're going to type in solar system here. So we have some similar stuff like we did before, and you can add realistic pictures if you want, or you could keep it interesting. See, there are some moving pictures here, but that's not really practical for the thumbnail. Unfortunately, it's not going to be able to have those moving photos for your thumbnail. But, okay, in the next video, I promise we're going to be able to use some of those moving elements for that next video. All right. And that's going to be how to do like a really, really nice intro video for all your classes, for like your intro video to like show off to parents to see, for them to discover who you are as a teacher. So we'll get into that in the next video. So we're going to search. This one's really nice. So we're going to add that into the background. And you see that there's little cursors here. So that's like your little, that's like, especially for like framing, that's where your frame is. But of course, I'm sticking out on the bottom. It's okay. That doesn't mean that like for OutSchool and ALLSCHOol, it's going to cut out to there. It's still going to fill in the whole thing. But it's just like a good indicator to see like, oh, this is lined up to the center that you see here. So another reason I love Canva, like they're really, really good at just like lining things up for you. So, but I want to make mine just a little bit bigger, and we're going to move to the center. Now, what we may have noticed, right, maybe a moon and maybe part of Mars is like covering part of my face. So that's where I'm going to move this knee here. So this is where we're going to go into position, this position button here. And then we're going to click on backwards. Ah, look at that. So now part of the planets are actually going to be behind me. Now, granted, we don't see Earth's moon, but at the same time, like, it's not really going to matter if we don't see the moon. It's okay. You know, we can't see the other moons on the planets, so that's okay. So that's how we make that look really, really nice on here, is using that position button. Now, you could go back if you have a picture of yourself, which also I think is a good idea for some instances to show your face in thumbnails, so that way parents can see like who you are and who's like teaching the class, to see if like if your kid's like, oh, I want to take this class, you know, maybe, you know, this teacher looks really nice. And so, and it also prevents from other teachers like copying your work as well. You have no idea how big of a problem that actually is for like online teachers to come in and like literally copy verbatim like other teachers like classes and descriptions. And like, if you're new to online teaching, please, please, please do not copy other teachers' classes. Like, please keep it original. All right. That's another reason why I offer my 5-star online teacher course. It's another reason that a lot of us make videos on how to write your own classes, because we want you to do that for yourself. We can give you tools and guide you along the way, but like, please don't take other teachers' work. All right. It's just not good online teacher skills. Okay, anywho, we're going to go back to me to where you could do shadows. So you click on the shadow button here, and you know, you could see me here, but you can also do where you have, see, you got a little shadow here, like so. Or you could have it curved if you want, or you could have a glow. And if you click on that middle button where it looks like little dials on here, you can also change the color to where, I'm glowing. I'm glowing. And so we can change the blur. We can change the transparency, right? Where, you could really, really see it. So another way to stick out, quite literally, although we're not going to go full. We're going to kind of go 60%. And then we can change the size. You can make it bigger, or you can make it smaller. So having those shadows in the background is also really, really nice to have for your thumbnails. So that way, you know, it's like, oh, there I am, I'm glowing. And so this is great for any thumbnail art for your classes. And if you want, right, we got to add a title to this. So you do have choices for fonts. You can use some of these fonts, the suggestions down here, if you really want. However, you could also if you have like a pro account, you could also create your own fonts that you use just on a regular basis. So let's say I'm just going to use my standard. So, you know, let's explore the solar system. And then you can also have it where you can edit it and then dun, da, da, da. But, you know, as we see here, if we use that, right, you can't really see the wording, right? And it's just like, oh, it looks like it kind of blends in. So we're obviously going to change that up a little bit. So what is that? What is that going to look like exactly? So what we can do is we can go to Elements, and where you see lines and shapes here. So this could be a square or a rectangle or a circle. So we're going to go down and you see shapes for lines and shapes. So what we are going to do, we're just going to stay with the traditional square. Now there will be like color recommendations, but of course you can choose your own palette So let's try to stick with like the photo colors. We're going to try to do that. So then we are going to actually try to fill in the wording here. Now, if you remember, right, we're going to click on it. And then we are going, let's see. We're going to hide that. So position. So we're going to go, yeah. So it was backwards. So that looks a little better. We can see the title, but, right, that kind of covers up the planet. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to click on our square again. All right. And what you are going to see here, you see this little, it says transparency. Okay. So watch this. Oh, we can still see the planets in the background, but we can also still see the title of the class. So, and you can also change the color of the words if you like, if it helps. So you can change it to any color you want. So that's just some of the examples that you can do. And I definitely like the transparency effect with like the elements. It just makes it look nicer, and the positioning just makes it a lot cleaner. So it makes the difference between parents that are just like, yeah, this looks like a fun class. It just kind of looks like it's poorly put together, and then compared to like, whoa, this teacher is like a pro. This looks really, really nice. I want to sign up for that class. So it makes all the difference in the world. So I hope that has been helpful to you. And then just a final thing, when you are finished, right, when you share, right, you download, and then download as a PNG. And so that's going to download really nicely to your desktop computer, and then download to either ALLSCHOOL or ALLSCHOOL. So hopefully all these tips will help you and will inspire you to create beautiful, beautiful thumbnail art for your classes. And I'm excited next week to show you how to make an awesome intro video for your profile, and then also for your intro video for all your classes for ALLSCHOOL and ALLSCHOOL. So hopefully that can also give you some inspiration to create some fun videos for those classes and for your profile as well. And please, please, please check out all my links down below, because it does support me in this channel, and I am not able to create all these videos without your support. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.